Devlog number 17. This is going to be sort of a quick, off-the-cuff one. I don't have a whole lot to show, but I don't like to go too long without doing one of these, just so everybody knows I'm still alive, still working on this game. I'm struggling a little bit with making some design decisions and stuff that I need to do, but it is getting there slowly. So anyway, let's open up this game. Looks only slightly different from how it did last time. I've done some back-end technical work, so a few things that are fairly invisible are nicer. One thing you will be able to notice on the video capture is I've implemented non-captured full screen now, so I can just toggle immediately. Oh, there's a little bit of a... Ooh. There's a slight little flicker when I exit full screen. I'm seeing that drawn at full size here for 1 frame before it goes back. Okay, so a minor tweak to make there. That's fine. I'm sure I can fix that. So anyway, yeah, so this whole new UI made little tweaks. I have the scenario screen looking a little better now, you know, better colors here. I have this little yellow frame around the scenario that's actually selected. It does the animation and everything. You might notice something weird looking here. So I have the beginnings of a scenario here for the purpose of testing out my... kind of being a stress test for extremely long text, you know, huge lists of things that would be forced to scroll. So working on like the idea of actually, you know, implementing scrolling in these windows and stuff, it's not there yet. By the way, the screen I'm looking at right now is kind of new. Yeah, this rewards a lot of potions. Anyway, yeah, so you can see what I'm going for here. It's not, there's nothing to see here. There's like, this encounter has, well, it has a big battlefield on it. So this is like the maximum size battlefield. I think, yeah, that does not actually go off the bottom of the screen. That is the bottom, you just can't tell. So yeah, stuff I've been up to. So this screen, this is the new map screen, kind of. There's nothing much on it that you can really see. I used to have it wired up so that continue would go to the old map screen and new game would go to the new one. But this new one, believe it or not, this actually has everything on it that the old one did, just in a different format. So, you know, challenges are here, you can activate them. Collection is here, it does all this. Mechanics are here, they work the same. So, you know, this is not visibly different, but this is like an entirely new code base for this. So this is new. I got this encounters button here. Ooh, if I press left, nothing happens. I should change that. What? Wait, why would that be? Click here, go here, press left. Now something happens. Why was that? Press right, press up, press down. Oh, I think I know. Yeah, okay, I know. Nothing to worry about. It's a work in progress. It'll just get fixed as this goes on. So yeah, new thingy here, encounters. The idea with this screen is up here where you used to have the listing of like, you know, encounter 1, encounter 2, encounter 3, puzzle 1, puzzle 2, that stuff. The flat list that was, as it was, is getting replaced with a new map that I've been talking about for a while. Still in the process of, that's what's giving me all the grief here. Like, I'm trying to get this new map designed. I think I know what I want to do with it now. It's just a matter of making so many little decisions and, you know, actually doing it. But for now, and going forward, I'll have this thing which lists out all of the available encounters. So everything that was in that list is available in here. So you'll be able to come here and get to a list format if you don't want to navigate the like spatial map. Because yeah, the more I think about it, it'll be something like, you know, little square here with a 1 in it, and that'll be encounter 1. Then, you know, you can point down here, and here's encounter 2, here's encounter 3, here's encounter 4. You'll have like little lines between them showing, you know, you have to do encounter 1 to unlock encounter 2. I have some data structures for that implemented, but nothing that's visible yet. It's tough. It's getting there, though. Anyway, but yeah, you can come down here and see this. So I got these little question mark icons down here now. Something that's new is I am tracking the scene state of each encounter. So all of these are new. I don't know if I'll keep this as my new icon. I think it's reasonable. So now that I've seen encounter 1, that thing goes away. So if you just look at all of these, it'll stop telling you, hey, this is something new that you should look at. If I do this and lock one up, I think I'm going to change this icon. This isn't the right kind of lock icon for this. So I realized there are two different kind of locks that I have here. This kind is just, you are in a challenge which forbids you to go to encounter 3. But there's another type of lock that's not implemented yet, which is that you must complete encounter 1, or encounter 1 and encounter 2 or something, in order to access encounter 3. It's just locked until you've done that. So that's a different thing than what I have there, and I think I need different icons for that and stuff. All right, so we know this well. Oh, this poor screen needs so much attention, but it's, it's functional, just barely. I'll make it nice someday. That's further down the road. I got to get this map working first. I don't have to get it working first, but, I'm only one person. I can only single task here. Man, these buttons, the spacing of these buttons looks bad now that I gave them this shape. Okay, so this screen, yeah, this screen and that screen need lots of attention. I'll get there. Anyway, so we know this solution. We've seen it lots of times. All my solutions got reset on this computer because the data format of this changed to keep the scene flag for each of those. So yeah, I have a star here. So I have completed this one. I have looked at this one. I have not looked at any of these. Okay, I looked at puzzle 1 now, so that has been seen. Oh, really? Check it. Found a bug. So puzzles aren't tracking their scene state correctly, but regular encounters are. All right. These are always so useful for finding my bugs. There's another state that I'm going to add in here, which is attempt in progress. So like if you came in here in encounter 2 and, added a couple of champions or something, and, tried something, like had a configuration that you thought might work but just didn't quite get it done, and then you back out and forget about the game for a week and come back and you're like, what was I working on? What was I doing? The idea is this would have like a little ... icon here. So you would see, oh, okay, I guess I was in progress in encounter 2. So you'd go here and maybe there would be like an attempt in progress option here, like the solutions one, where you could go back in and see what you were working on. Something like that. Anyway, so it'll keep track of that and actually show you here, so you can just see at a glance what that looks like. Yeah, so I guess that's the only real like visible new feature. I won't even talk about let's not mention that. There was something I spent like days on that is nearly invisible. It was, okay, I will talk about it. It was the fact that when I press a key or a gamepad button, boy, you can't even see this. This is basically invisible. So you see the way, my mouse is down now, my mouse is up, that button goes to an up state. When I do this with a keyboard or a gamepad, it kind of simulates that, the button turns white. Can I do this with like, here we go, yeah, so you can see the mechanics button lights up then dims. It's hard to see because it dims the whole thing, but just, lights up then dims. That used to happen for just one frame at a time, and it was basically invisible. I wanted it to hold for multiple frames, then I decided I actually wanted that to be a time interval in case the frame rate was something. Anyway, this led to a whole wild goose chase where I had to go all the way back to the roots of my framework and add timestamps to every event that comes in. So every key press comes with a timestamp now. Every gamepad button press comes with a timestamp that propagates all the way to my UI toolkit, which reads those timestamps and, decides how many more fractions of a second it needs to hold the fake pressed state of a button there. Anyway, so, just the rabbit holes I can go down with this stuff are kind of deep sometimes. I don't like that I can see this little sliver of ground above the challenges button, but a larger one down below the mechanics. But the reason it's there is because it looks better to have the transition halfway between these two buttons. What would I do about that? Choose a different layout? Like maybe slice these up and move them down there. Move these over so that they're all below the ground? I don't know, but that is bothering me. Oh, and I also have the name of your selected scenario here on this screen because it's buried away in here now. So you want to see at a glance what you're doing. Yeah, this one doesn't have the continue button because there's nothing in progress. Yeah, this one sort of has something in progress. This is very non-final. This may move or something. Just for now, I put it there. So anyway, that's basically all I have to show. So I'm still alive, still working on it. Getting closer to having like something I can actually show here. This has been a long time in coming. Like this has somehow been like the hardest part of the application to design, just because I didn't have a clear idea in my mind for it as much as I did for like everything else that happens on this screen and downstream from here. It's all the upstream stuff from here I'm just much less sure about, but I'm getting there. Right, yeah, it keeps the sunset state when I back out of that screen because this screen hasn't been updated. That's fine, don't worry about it. It's supposed to look like this on this screen. Then you go here and it fades to that time of day. Then you go back and it's supposed to change back, but it doesn't. Okay, so anyway, that's what I've done. Next time, maybe I'll have something more visible here. I guess I'll see you then.